To the last video that I just made about validation. Go and watch that one if you haven't. What's really important to also say is no matter how much you're doing externally, if you're not validating yourself, you're never going to feel accomplished, which means you're always going to feel like you're on the go, which also looks like someone that cannot sit still, cannot be happy or satisfied with their achievements because they're always thinking about the next move. And that is great. I mean, it's always good to have a goal and things where you want to, aim to and things you want to do. But it's about understanding it and acknowledging that if you cannot be happy with what you've already created and doing, then you're not going to be happy. It doesn't matter how much more you're doing. For example, say you've worked so hard for a car, now you've got a car, but you're still not happy, you want more. Well, you end up having 50 cars, but you're still not happy because you're not satisfied with the now in the present moment. Well, if you don't validate yourself, you're always going to feel like you need to do things externally every single moment of every day. And validation links to inner child as well. Because if your inner child isn't healed within, then you're not going to feel validation from within. Because you can only validate who you are if you love who you are, if you unconditionally love who you are. Well, you're not going to love who you are if you have that unhealed child within, because the unhealed child within is always going to let you know that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, that you can always do more, that someone's doing better than you. But that comes from that mindset of lack, limitation, and feeling unworthy, linked to a time back in childhood where you were made to feel that way. So again, trauma is trauma, and it doesn't matter how big or small a traumatic event is to you. Whatever happened to you when you were a child that made you feel out of alignment, that made you feel the feelings of fear, is why you are still holding on to that. So you have to realize as well, validation does come very closely to your inner child. And as a person could have so much going on for themselves externally, they've created a beautiful life, but if they don't validate who they are, they cannot see it. They cannot see it because they cannot enjoy it. They'll be in the moments of it, but they're not actually there. It's like they're there, but they're not fully present in that moment. They're always thinking about the next because their mind is always wandering off to something somewhere else rather than the moment right now. So having validation, self-validation, and inner child healing are linked. I just wanted to add that as well.